Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. It is July 6th, Tuesday, July 6th, and we are here doing the daily reflection. Some key cats going crazy over here today. Um, and I'm still fighting this cold. It's kind of gotten to me today. So we'll do the best we can. Doubting our own ability. Now, I'm kind of going through this right now. Now, we have to be very careful. And I tend to do this where I will put somebody will come along and will ask me to do something, and I just kind of jump on it, and then I end up adding more to my plate, and then I feel responsible, and I do it, and it's something that I need to stop doing because it is starting to affect my own company and stuff. So I got a lot of things on my mind. Probably none of them belong here, though. So let's get started with the daily reflection. If you are here, please say hello, whether you are watching the live or the rewatch. And fantastic. Yeah, I never know what to say. So let's just get to it. All right, we're starting out of a day at a time today. Get a little bit more talking juice here. I try not to sip it. I hate it when people are they're on there like. I don't want to hear you eating and drinking. The other thing is, quit smoking your damn. Quit. Just stop. Stop doing that, man. I wouldn't do it. That's what I meant. See, hey, something's off today. I can see it. So let's change it. Some people in the program don't feel they can do the things they want to do. They doubt their own ability. But actually, every person has an untapped ability. We are children of God, which give us a strong clue as to the infinite nature of our ability. As spiritual beings, we are unlimited. True, we may find it easier to accept this as true of some of our person who shines in a particular field. I may compare my own accomplishments with another's and feel discouraged. But the only comparison I need make or should make is with myself. Am I a better, more productive person today? All right. Yeah. So compare yourself, find people that have what you want, go after it, but compare yourself to yourself like the day before. That's what I just did when I said something's up, right? Yeah, I was comparing myself to how I usually am. And I can know that it's not quite fitting, and that's how I know that I'm off for the day. I may be this way all day. I don't know. If so, that means I might have to be a little bit more careful with my verbiage. It means that I may have to have some more thought process in what I do. That's okay because I'm aware of it. I can make those changes. And when we're talking about abilities, again, every single one of us has something, and we can include it in recovery. It's what I do. It's finding people's passions. Right? I know. Uh, who was it? Not Lancelot. Yeah, no, I can't remember. Merlin and all that. Anyway, Knights of the Round Table. Because I remember his name. Anyway, what he would do, and I know he was fiction, but what he would do is he would put people in places where they felt particularly important or that they were good at or that they enjoyed doing. Now, granted, they may not know how to do it or anything yet, but that's going to be your job to help teach them or find somebody that will. So this is the way that I kind of see things. Let's say we have somebody that's particularly not easy to deal with in a meeting. Okay? Love and tolerance is our code. While they're going through that, that's not my responsibility. Is it? Is it your responsibility? Yes and no. What your responsibility is to keep your mouth shut afterwards talking to other people. Oh, do you see them, what they're going through? And if that's your conversation, don't even approach me. Try going up to the person afterwards. Hey, because you don't know what's going on. You don't. Okay. And the one thing that I'm kind of getting tired of is people saying that all the answers are in this book. Okay. I'm not saying that they're not. It's not what I'm saying. Okay. All the answers are in this book. The one you're looking for is right here. Finish that. Finish it. That is an incomplete sentence. And what you have done is gaslit them. No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. You just didn't know it. That happens a lot. A lot. May I realize that I am a child of God, and so is everybody around you. So treat them as such, man. Okay? There are people right now that have just done pissed me off. Okay? I don't want anything bad for them. I'm not praying for anything good for them right now. I'll admit it. Yet, I guarantee by the end of the week I will be, though. Sometimes we fight these things, so what? I'm not going to let it fester, that's for sure. And now I can't. Now I've said something. Now the truth is out there. Now I'm not allowed to anymore. That's what's great about the power of words, man. So, may I realize that I am a child of God, and His loving parent promised to give me what it is that I need, not what I might want. See, that's where we start to get confused. Our wants and our needs. Okay? Like, I want a PlayStation 5. I need a meeting. Okay? What was our choice to be? Okay? I'm probably going to pick the meeting. Very good chance of it. Unless I've already been to one that day. Okay? Even then, I may go to another one. Ooh, it's time. Oh, like Clayton Group. Sometimes I'm available at 3:30, and I love going to that group. It's on the other side of the country. Not what I dreamed I should be. As a spiritual being, I can truly become a productive person, perhaps even do some of the things I once felt unable to do without the aid of props, drink, pills, excess food, which lulled me into false confidence. Today I'll remember to compare me with the old one. That we can do. And sometimes you might just be disappointed. Take it for what it is. Today's harder than yesterday. That's okay. That's all right. That means tomorrow, every day is going to be different. It's a new day to discover things about you, and what it is that you're passionate about. Sit down and write some things that make you happy in your tummy. Okay, I know it sounds childish, but it works very, very well. And find out what that passion is. Identify it. And then come talk to me. Let's find out what's good. What would be a good place for you? I have a guy right now. His passion is he wants to preach the gospel anytime that he can. Right? So we're setting that up for him in the right arenas with people that actually want to hear him. Right? Isn't that what matters? Doesn't that make a big difference? Right? I apologize about that. All right. So what is it that keeps us from this? What is it that keeps us from our passions, from identifying things? I'll let you know. Fear. So let's talk about fear, which is now in Daily Reflections. The chief activator of our defects has been self-centered fear. 12 Steps and Traditions, page 76. Of course, I thought it was the 12 by, or the big book, and that's what I had opened to 76. Okay. So step 9. The chief activator of our defects has been self-centered fear. Primarily fear that we would lose something we already possess or fail to get something we demanded. Okay? So I would say be careful what you pray for. Okay? I never pray for patience. Uh-uh. I'm gonna, you know what? That's a fantastic example. Growing up, everybody always said I was very impatient. Ken, you're so impatient. You're so impatient. And I didn't feel that was true. Right? Part of that was denial, but part of it was not. It turns out I'm a very patient person. A lot more patient than people give me credit for. So God gives me the credit for that. I don't rely on other people for that. Come sit down with me for about a month. Watch people contact me and then watch them disappear. I'm very patient. In fact, probably a little too patient sometimes. Living upon the basis of unsatisfied demands, we were in a state of continual disturbance and frustration. Therefore, no peace was to be had unless we could find a means of reducing these demands. The difference between a demand and a simple request is plain to anyone. The 7th step is where we make the change. I say we're on 9? No, we're on 7, guys. Thank you, Lystexia. The 7th step is where we make the change in our attitude, which permits us, with humility as our guide, to move out from ourselves towards others and towards God. The whole emphasis of step 7 is on humility. It really is saying to us that we ought to be willing to try humility and seeking the removal of our other shortcomings, just as we did when we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore sanity. Whew, God, that was a long sentence. If that degree of humility could enable us to find the grace by which such a deadly obsession could be banished, then there must be hope of the same result respecting any other problem we could possibly have. See, we already did it. We're just going to utilize it again, but in a much deeper fashion, because now we have a relationship with our higher power. Maybe it's not the strongest one yet. That's okay. Not a requirement. God will take care of that part. You don't have to worry about that part. Your part is to make the realization of what is going on. Yes, I have these character defects. Yes, they are standing in my way of being a better person. God, please take them. When I feel uncomfortable, irritated, I've only got a minute and a half left here, so when I feel uncomfortable, irritated, or depressed, I look for fear. This evil and corroding thread is the root of my distress: fear of failure, fear of others' opinion, fear of harm, and many other fears. I have found a higher power who does not want me to live in fear, and as a result, the experience of my AA life is freedom and joy. I am no longer willing to live in the multitude of character defects that characterized my whole life. I was drinking. Step 7 is my vehicle to freedom from these defects. I pray for help in identifying the fear underneath the defect, and then ask God to relieve me of that fear. This method works for me without fail, and is one of the great miracles of my life in Alcoholics Anonymous. Yes, God will do for you what you cannot do for yourself. Give it a try. Just give it a try. 30 days. It's 30 days. Hit 30 meetings. Hit 20 meetings. Maybe talk to a couple other people and have some honest discussions about yourself and find out who you actually are. It's okay. I'm going to tell you something. You're a lot cooler than you thought you were. You're a much better person than you thought you were. I guarantee it, man. And I know because I've been through it. We have a fantastic podcast today. We have 4 of them we're doing this week. Next week, we're going to be going back to blowing things up with podcasting. Got a lot of neat things coming up. So stay tuned, stick around. I love you guys. Peace out. And